Late Adopter Bitcoin Daily Emergency Edition. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to the Bitcoin Daily. Now, we are only 18 people here. There's not a lot of people in the chat. Unfortunately, notifications are not going for this video because yesterday we made 3 videos on the channel. Bitcoin Daily, we made a Dodge loan video, and we also had a live stream at the evening. So, 3 videos here within 24 hours. So, YouTube is like, you cannot send notifications more than three times during 24 hours period. So, we're gonna have it very nice and cozy in here. But there are a couple of guys in here. Izam and XRP Legend is in the here. Right now, as you can see, Bitcoin is dumping big time, 2.7% on the downside. Emergency is still unfolding. Emergency is still in full effect towards downside. this you know, 1 second chart was showing some kind of bottom up here, but right now just going kind of sideways. So this dump not yet done, not yet done. Bjornar is made it to the chat as well. Hi Bjornar, how you doing, man? So you can see here on the daily time frame that we are dumping through very important resistance level up here. Don't mind this previous long-term channel up here at the top up here, but you can right now here see down here that we are hitting some kind of support down here at 38,000 or something like that. Let's get the dump over with. Yeah, I say so too. Let's get the dump over with. Let's just dump down to the zero, be over it, because from zero, like, there is no way other than up. So I say let's go to zero today, be over with, you know. Let's not do it the long way. The Santa plan made it to the chat. I was wondering, will he find, you know, will he find his way to the, you know, to the live stream or not? The worst is waiting. Of course, the worst is waiting. Let's get the dump over with. So, unfortunately, this is gonna last for a couple of months, guys. I think this is gonna last for a couple of months. April. Yeah, maybe a month and a half or something like that. Give or take a month's time, this is gonna last. So the dump on the downside does look legit right now, and we are breaking very important levels of support up here towards the upside right now, sitting at this you know, bottom support down here. Let's go to 1 second chart to see if the support is holding. I mean, we did have nice bounce, 2 times bounce up here, getting above these levels up here at the top, trying at least to get above that on the 1 second chart. Definitely something happening on the chart, definitely going a little bit down. I'm gonna get everyone out of crypto. So guys, now that that we are, you know, having this move on the downside, do people believe that we are going down to 23? Is the emergency real? Because last night we had, I had to make the live stream and you know, ask people, am I right, guys? Is the emergency real? Am I overreacting? And I don't think I was overreacting, because right now you can see that, you know, Bitcoin is down 2.6%, but everything else is down like 5, 6, 7% on the downside. You know, it's big dump. It's big dump. So it's still too early in the day. It's still too early in the day to, you know, say too much about it. But last night we were looking at this triangle up here, and we said we are somewhere up here, right? And we said around either before 2 o'clock this is gonna drop on the downside, or after, you know. But you know, exactly on the 2 o'clock after daily close, we dropped on the downside big time. We pulled back a little bit up here, and right now we're continuing dumping into the downside. So we've been continuing dumping for almost 4 hours now towards the downside. We gotta close a 4 hourly beneath support. We've been faked out before. 4 hourly doesn't matter, man. You can see here that technically this triangle up here did close below the support. Second time closed below the support. Right now going below the support as well. But this is on the 4 hourly support out here. Yes, we can be faked out, so nothing is, you know, legit, but you know, the daily needs to close below support. So 4 hourly I really don't care about, so I'm gonna give it a day, at least a day, to see if this closes below the support on the downside. I don't know what I'm pressing on my chart up here. Let's do it now. Let's go to the daily time frame up here. Just remove a little bit of these lines, because there are too many lines up here that are unnecessary right now. And you're gonna see this very nice line up here. So over here I think we are breaking right now support. That's why you're seeing the volume. I don't think the volume is in there yet. There is no volume yet. Volume often can come during the pullback, so you know, we're gonna see that. But just because there is no volume, you know, a lot of people will say, ah, it's a fake out. It's not. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You can always get the volume. You can always get the volume after, you know, you break, you go retest, and then you get the volume towards the upside. So there is different times where you can get the volume. So you know, just because volume up here is not actually playing out. Let's see up here. There is no volume down here on the Qcoin either, and Qcoin is usually one of the most volatile, at least when it comes to volume up here. Yeah, so we are definitely breaking on the downside right now. It does look a little bit bad, You can see here that we are being below the moving averages. We got reject up here, we got pushed down below the support right now, breaking the support. I'm guessing we're gonna, you know, have a nice little move down high here, maybe some kind of retest down here, then start going on the downside, break the level of support down here at, you know, whatever that level is, and then, you know, continue on the downside. Who else is in the chat? Big chicken, we dumping. Morning everybody, morning chicken. Strict tire wait till Friday when everything takes a dump. Why Friday? Everything is taking a dump now, man. Why do we have to wait for Friday? Toxic entity, not saying much. Est Mario, morning. We need stock pump. Stock is not pumping. DXY pumping hard from 2 a.m. Yeah, DXY is up 0.53%. Now we always look at dollar currency index. So let's check out some other charts up here. Dollar currency index is still going towards the upside. It is going into some kind of parabolic move towards the upside up here. You can see here after it came in around January, it did increase the speed towards the upside. So right now it's even going faster towards the upside. This will accelerate the dump on the downside. The stock markets, guys, the stock markets, I'm going to show you the stock markets up here. You can see right now, these are not all stock markets, just some, but in Norway right now we are minus 2% on the downside. Nickel is down 2%, Shanghai is down 4%. So stock markets will also, and futures on Dow Jones and S&P 500 are already down 1%. So markets are definitely dumping on the downside. Bitcoin is dumping, DXY is going down, and the last index I'm gonna show you is VIX index up here. VIX is a volatility index. It shows volatility. You can see here that volatility right now picking up. It's been picking up for a little while up here. This is a weekly time frame, but today the volatility skyrocketed up here a little bit, like 24% towards upside today. And volatility index is a little bit hard to interpret and analyze, but what you're gonna see here is 2008. This is the Corona dump on downside. So when you see this index, moving towards the upside, means there is a lot of happening on the happening on the market. And right now you can see that right now we are having these big moves towards the upside right now. So definitely the volatility and the movement is in the markets right now. The dump is real, and there is a lot of fear going on. So Monday open, very bad for stock markets in general. Early new moon dump. Tila, are you shorting? I'm not shorting anything. I'm just sitting and waiting to buy the dip. At 23k. Are we gonna do another poll and ask people how many believe in the 23 right now, or do you believe that we are just gonna dump down a little bit on the downside? So this move on the downside down here right now is pretty significant over here. We still haven't closed it. We can have one of these weeks on downside, but these weeks on the downside are a little bit different than what's happening right now, because over here we had too much volatility, so we overshoot some levels. Most people didn't know where the support is. Over here we overshoot it big time towards downside, faked out right back up again, right? Then we are kind of holding this for a long time. Right now people are pretty confident that where the support level is. You can see here went up and went down. We didn't come to the support level. Over here we went to the support, but bounced right back up again. Feared a little bit up here, but the failure to get back up here, right, and then this move on the downside right now, breaking towards downside. Can we have one of these breakouts towards downside and then pump back up? Yeah, we can, but this is right now a little bit more legit and a little bit more scary than these previous dumps. Just because something has happened before, it did happen before, but it did happen before under different circumstances, right? There was no stock dump, there was no this, there was no that, but right now there is all of these shebangs happening right now, and right now we are dumping. So this is a little bit more how would you say it, a little bit more important than how it was. 2029 is all possible. Yeah, just increase the range, man. Say like 10,000 35,000. No, a lot of confluence at 20k. Nah, we are looking at 23, 24. Like, I think it's around 24, 25k. I don't think it's 23, but 24, 25k. That's what I'm looking at. Pump 2k before 9 a.m. Yeah, pump. Maybe that's up. What's up, Badge Guitar? Are we going to zero again? We're going to zero every single day until this is over. Do we renounce your moon pump beliefs? No, we do not do that. We do not do that because moon can actually dump us on the downside. Unfortunately, it can dump us on the downside. It has done before, so you know it's not 100% reliant indicator, but it's more reliant than 90% of indicators out there. The only moon that did not push us during this on the downside, you can see here we start up here with the moon, and by the time we ended with the new moon up here, we went on the downside. So this can definitely happen right now as well, that we have a moon and then we end on the full moon, we end on the downside. That can definitely happen because it did happen before. We look for these moons to tell us something about bullishness and bearishness of the market. If you see a full moon and going to prices rising towards the upside, that just might mean there is enough bullishness up here. But as soon as the these new moons kick in, as soon as these new moons kick in, we go right back down again. This doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is the moons on the July and June. So on the 14th of June up here, that's the supermoon, full supermoon. You're getting full supermoon up here, and on the 13th of July, where is 13th of July, give or take, up here, 13th of July, we're also getting another full supermoon, so there will be double full supermoon here in a span of like 1 month's time. So I'm thinking we're gonna go down over here to these levels, to these levels down here, around June, July. We're gonna be blasting towards downside. We're gonna hit the super moons, and then we're gonna maybe consolidate, and then big time towards upside. So that's the plan, guys. That's the plan. 33k hit and pump. 33k hit and pump. 33k. So let's go and recheck the support levels on the chart. Important support levels right now on the chart, very important support levels, because previously we had a lot of them, but right now support levels should be down here at 37.7. Very important level up here. If this holds, maybe that's gonna be good, because guys, you have to understand that we are still, although we are dumping on downside, we are still haven't broken certain significant support levels. One of these being this 37.7 level up here, give or take. Right, 37.7. The other one is down here at 36.2. You got this one is broken, and you got this bottom down here at 34.6, and of course the bottom down here at 32,000. So you can see right now, at least 4 significant levels that needs to be broken on the downside before we can expect I think capitulation dump on downside, because below this level down here at 32,000, below the level of 32,000, there is very much emptiness, and I'm expecting a big dump on the downside over here. But how this zigzag motion is gonna come? Are we gonna just blast through everything like this, something like this, and then dump on us? I don't know how it's gonna play out, but we do have some kind of support levels on the downside, and that's good, right? So let's see up here with the moving averages. You can see also one other moving average hitting this 36 level. So right now I'm looking, the first level of support I'm looking is around 37.7, give or take. Let's put it like the 37.7, that's going on daily topper. So this move up here, I'm looking for this support down here to hit. If we can manage to get some kind of support here, maybe there might come some kind of bounce or something like that. If you see some kind of consolidation or just break of the support, we look for the next and next and next. So this is how technical analysis works, guys. We know where the supports are, we know where the resistances are. What we're looking for is some kind of action on the support and resistance line to tell us whether support is good or bad. And that's it. That's technical analysis, guys. If support is good, you go long. If support is bad, you wait until it hits next support, right? So this is how it actually works. The least these numbers 33 makes sense. Of course, did you see the number the Dow Jones hit? Let's go to the weekly time frame up here. What's this? 36. Oh, this 36. 33,000. Okay, something around 33,000. Doesn't matter. By the way, in the year 2033, something special will happen. There is this big moon stuff in 2033. I'm not quite sure what it is, but 2033 moon special event. I don't know, there's a very special event, I think, that happens very rarely in 2033, so, you know, watch that, you know. We are calling it right now, in 11 years, guys, 11, we're gonna pick the date and say in 11 years we're gonna have a dump. On the day, we're gonna pick the day, on the day, we're gonna pick the date, and we're gonna pick the, you know, day and say whether it's gonna go down and up, and we're gonna make that video right now. Not right now, but soon we're gonna make the video and say in 11 years. And in 11 years, when that does happen, I'm gonna be on CBC, BBC, CNN, CNBC, all of these big news channels. Man, how did you know? How did you know? We accepted on the moon as trillionaires, yeah. Then we don't have to worry about sport resistance, lol. Well, the world will probably end in 2030. Yeah, probably. By the way this is going, we are not gonna be here. We need a really proper dumpage before the super moon. You, the real and original moon analyst out there, keep it up. Yeah, hey. Whoa. No, it cannot be. No, it's not. No, it's not. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, super moons are coming. 11 years. I want to live in the moment and go moon now. The prophecy for bucks. So Bitcoin is not the only thing that's dumping right now. Everything is dumping more or less. This morning doji pattern up here is not playing out, so it means very much bearishness is, you know, it might just go a little bit down and then continue towards upside, but it does look very bad right now, so I have no belief in that. Pretty much, you know, however it's going right now. This just reported, it didn't actually buy it. You today, whatever, doesn't matter. Crypto bubbles, we just want to see visual on how the market is looking right now. These are the best bubbles in the world, right? Let's see top 100 coins up here. And everything is in red except for Steppen. Steppen is up a little bit, but this is 24 hours change. So 24-hour changes, everything is down. Some might be in green, but this green is just because it's 24 hours to change and not from the day. But you see, there is nothing special is up too much and nothing special is down too much. The big coins are up like -62%, 77, 76, 89, 30%. Waves is down 11%. Phantom 8, Miota 8, like, but you know, we have seen big, big red numbers right now. The question is, are we gonna be seeing a lot of double digits red numbers during the day or not? But these are definitely the levels I'm looking at right now. You know, this cannot dump just yet that fast. Okay, guys, so you know, you can relax a little bit. I think you can relax a little bit, because this dump cannot dump that fast just yet, because number one, this trend line is going towards the upside. It's not that we got some kind of, you know, downtrend line that we are, you know, dropping from. That would increase the speed. This just, you know, slows the movement towards the upside, so it does, you know, makes it go a little bit sideways, maybe over here. But the first thing that needs to happen is you need to break the support, close below the support, retest the support as a resistance, and then you can dump on the downside. So what I'm expecting over here right now, what I'm expecting is the moving average to continue dumping on the downside, and for us to follow the moving average towards the downside all the way down here somewhere, right around 25,000. So that's what I'm looking at. Chaco, F me. Bliatman is in the chat. What? You listen to Chaco? What did Chaco say? September 11, 2033, my prediction. Yeah, Doji dodged. Yeah, Doji is dodged. Mantra DAO up 90% up. Yeah, by the way guys, even in these kind of markets where everything is dumping, there will definitely be coins that are pumping. Now you can try the trick by, you know, finding the coins that are gonna pump. Chaco say EOS, you listen to Chaco, man. Dude, I'm gonna show you the chart that Chaco believes in, okay? I'm gonna show you what Chaco believes in. You know, I'm not saying, you know, but I'm gonna show you the chart that Chaco believes in. There's a guy on YouTube called Optical, you know, Bitcoin or something like that. I don't know. Optical Bitcoin. OpticalArt.com. So there is this guy on YouTube. I mean, you gotta see these charts, man. You gotta see these charts. Okay, so this is what Chaco believes in. Okay, you know, Fibonacci, you know, round numbers. Let me show you the madness on the chart. Like, does he have anything zoomed out so you can actually see this? You see these parabolic lines and stuff like that. Like, this is the TA of Chaco Bear, man. Chaco Bear. Like Fibonacci every second time. Not only Fibonacci resistance and extension, but Fibonacci time. Okay, so you know, in time, how far in time you're gonna go. So he believes in Fibonacci big time. And he watches this guy called Optical Art for his Fibonacci's. Bitcoin crash to 22 in June and 16.5 in August. We are already calling 23, so maybe that's it, right? EOS to 70. Why don't you say it bounce higher like the 30 bounce we had before? I don't believe in the bounces right now. You know, I want to see how this actually plays out. Maybe we're gonna bounce eventually. The first thing first, we gotta check this 37.7 line up here. We gotta check this 37.7 line down here if it's gonna hold our support, because it is important level of support down here. You can see here 1, 2, at least 3 weeks we've been you know, holding this level, and on the 4th week we bounced off of that. So this level of 37.7, very important level to hold. We still got a higher highs, guys. We still got a higher highs up here, no problem whatsoever. We still, you know, we kind of, you know, messing the support on downside a little bit up here, but you know, it's only the first day. So maybe just trying to get everybody feared and then, you know, bounce right back up again. I don't know what's gonna happen, but you know, right now it does seem a little bit emergency-like. Just be happy you guys don't hold XRP. Being an XRP holder essay. I just posted 5 75x signals in row, all successful. Good for you, man. Good for you. By the way, don't chill on the channel. Your signals. So you think we're going to bounce up? No, I don't think we're gonna bounce up. We don't have any extend levels. So the reason I think that bounce needs to happen, when bounce needs to happen, is because you get extended from the moving averages and then you have a bounce. That's how bounces work, right? Number 2, you have a rally towards the upside when you manage to break some kind of trend, and then you go up to certain, you know, resistance line while you're still a bearish, you know, long-term bearish trend, and then you go to the, then you get rejected and go down. That's a rally, right? So you get a bounce where you just bounce, you know, extend to the downside and bounce back, and you get a rally where you break the certain, you know, levels, and then you have a rally towards the upside to the next big major resistance, and you get rejected by that, right? So you got to this bounce, right? So this bounce on downside, we need to dump a lot more to have, you know, any kind of decent bounce up here. I mean, can this be a decent bounce up here? I mean, if you zoom really nicely, you can definitely see that we can definitely have some kind of decent bounce up here. But I don't see any overextend levels or anything like that. I'm gonna also show you down here on the chart right now. 1 hourly sitting at 30, but that really doesn't matter, especially 4 hourly sitting at 30 as well. So maybe it's gonna stop now, because every time we hit this 30 level, you see 30 level up here, we bounced big time. 30 level up here, no bounce up here. This one went a little bit down, but this bounced a little bit up here again. Let's check out these other ones. You can see this one down here, we bounced a little bit sideways. This hit their level 30. This bounced towards the upside, and down here we hit 30, but we bounced a little towards the upside. So maybe we're gonna have a, you know, a micro bounce right now towards the upside. Up here, maybe it's already happening on the charts, but that's not important. What I'm going to show you is a long-term charts. So let's go to the daily time frame up here. And right now, MACD is not that important for this what I'm going to show you. It's just these two down here. So you can see the RSI right now is at some kind of 36 levels. So we can definitely dump even more towards downside. So nothing that says right now that we are not, you know, we cannot dump more. We are low on the daily, but you know, we can stay low for a while. We can stay low for a while. You can see here while we are going on the downside down here, I mean, we are hitting these 30 levels a lot, right? And even this sideways move, we are hitting this. On the move, you know, capitulation went way below 30 levels. So that's, if this is capitulation phase, this might go a lot more below 30 levels on downside, something 28 or something like that. And this can take, you know, a month's time to actually achieve, to, you know, push this RSI this low on the downside again, right? That said, this overextended candle on downside is not showing any overextended levels. You can see down here, this is on the daily time frame. So daily time frame is not overextended or anything like that. Weekly time frame as well, not overextended, you know, at all. We are just almost sitting at the very middle. So this is the very start, and the monthly time frame is of course not overextended as well. Let's just go to the big time frame, not overextended as well. So, and you can see the volatility up here. I haven't actually seen this before, but you know, this is monthly time frame of Bitcoin, but volatility. Guys, the bottom is gonna hit when the monthly hits minus 60% down here. Volatility is dying on Bitcoin, a long-term chart, as you can see up here on the chart. Volatility is dying out. So eventually Bitcoin, you know, is some kind of, you know, 20, 30 up here is gonna become, you know, stable coin deluxe. So you can definitely, you can make it up to, you know, 2030, you know, something like that. By then, you know, you're gonna have a, you know, stable coin up here. You're gonna have stable coin. So this is working out, but we don't have any kind of overextend levels or anything like that right now. Bitcoin down minus 2.4% over here. Let's just clean up the chart again and go back to the daily time frame to see this a little bit better up here. Zoom in a little bit up, remove it up here, put the line back up again, something like this. Was like this, give or take. And we are still dumping on downside. Let's go a little bit more into the 5-minute chart up here. This pullback towards downside was kind of, you know, small and just went sideways. So I think we can expect more move towards downside. Maybe go, you know, to the next, what do we say down here? 37.7, that's what he said. So maybe that's, we're gonna go all the way down there, then consolidate before we make a next major move towards downside. I don't know how this is gonna play out. You know, finding the moves that are gonna happen is really tricky. But we know where the support lies. We know where the support lies. It does look bad though, guys. It does look bad. If you are unfamiliar why we think it looks bad, we've been calling bad, you know, since up here. Since up here, you know, since up top, since as we start going down. We've been calling this emergency for, you know, right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. For 5 days, we've been calling emergency. For 5 days, when nobody was talking about it, we said like, guys, this looks bad. We had a live stream. Everybody was chilling, like looking at chart, no problem. What? We were like panicking over here. We're like, oh my God, what's happening? We're going down to 0, right? But no, everybody was like, hey man, they're like, not everything is fine. Everything is fine. And I was like, no, it's panic, man. It's panic. It's not panic. It's all good. But you know, Ripple will win. By the way, for the Ripple guys, there is news. By the way, for the Ripple guys and XRP guys, crypto panic. I like crypto panic. You know, I can just, you know, search whatever, right? XRP. Where was it? Not. This one over here, guys. Daily hodl. So for the XRP guys, Ripple and XRP will also face worst case scenario as SEX moves to delay crypto. So the Ripple case is going into 2023, guys. This schedule is the exact worst case scenario that Tony Phelan posted the other day. The Ripple case is going into 2023. So if you are not done, you know, you are always hoping, you know, next month. Well, next year, guys, right now, next year, 2023, the Ripple case. And even then, it's like in January, in February, in June, in September, 2024. So yeah, they're pushing this case big time. I don't know what's up with the case, man, but you know, something definitely big is going on with the Ripple, you know. We sold and waited to buy the dip. Sophie Space is crying. Ah, Sophie. It's okay, it's okay. It's gonna be good, it's gonna be good. Unfortunately, Sophie, it's your fault. I mean, if you had been here like 5 days ago, you know, and seen the emergency, you know, you would know. So, you know, it is nice following the channel. It is nice, you know, following the channel. Why am I not panicking? Something must be wrong with me. I don't think something is wrong with you, man. I think maybe maybe you are already down so much that you don't care anymore, because that's a real thing. In the start, when you are invested and, you know, price start going down, you know, you panic and stuff like that. But after a while, you get used to the, you know, fear and everything else, and you're like, fuck it, you know, F it, you know, and, you know, you just don't care anymore. So that can be one thing. The second thing being, you are just not very much invested, you know, the money that you have there is like throwaway money, so you're like, it doesn't matter, you know. I was like XMR. Ooh, you got XMR. Buy the dip image indeed. We sold and waited to buy the dip. So is this the dip, guys? That's the question. Is this dip? We do not know. We are still on the support until this daily closes, started closing on the downside up here. We are still technically on the support. This dump is not actually confirmed dump, unfortunately. The stock markets and everything is down a little bit, but this dump is not confirmed. The dump is not confirmed, so this dump, you can see the trend line up here. This candle over here is not confirmed. Like, this can just pull back up and, you know, leave a week on the downside. Like, you gotta wait, give it a little bit time. You gotta give it a little bit time to know when the dump is actually confirmed or not confirmed. Right up, you know, enough times by the time it's confirmed, they already down like 50%. I get that. And, you know, waiting for confirmation, it can sometimes, you know, not pay off. But this is technically right now, technically not confirmed up here, and it can always just pull back up again. Now, we do know that it does look bad. We do know that, you know, markets are not doing well. We do know that the XY is going up, that VIX is going up and stuff like that. We do know that you can also see that altcoins right now reacting very badly. Oftentimes you'll see Bitcoin dropping 2%, and then you'll see all the altcoins doing like 1 or 1.5% or something like that. And you know the dump is not real, right? But when Bitcoin dumps 2% and everything else dumps like 5 to 10%, you know the dump is real, because everything is reacting very badly. How's Hex doing, man? I haven't checked Hex. Hex was up yesterday, a little bit down today. Still in the falling wedge down here. I don't know what's happening up here, but it's not reacting that badly yet. I mean, I think Hex is a little bit uncorrelated with Bitcoin, so that might be a good thing. But he's still in a falling wedge, though. He's still in a falling wedge, and you know, he's still below the trend line up here. There's a trend line. You know, it's still below the trend line. It is hugging almost trend line up here, going a little bit below the moving average up here. We still don't have that much up here on the chart yet up here, but this giant falling wedge, if you can call it falling wedge, maybe in the weekly time frame up here, this falling wedge up here might play out eventually towards upside. If it plays downside, you got a capitulation event, of course, right? But we'll see that. But Hex does seem to be uncorrelated with Bitcoin most of the time, so you know, we're gonna keep on watching that, how that actually plays out. Elon, Doge Elon fell down as well, 5%. So most of the stuff, this is the only thing that actually on my chart, Kyber network is still going in green and pushing towards the upside. Nice. This is the only thing besides DXY that's green on my screen. This is the only thing. Kyber network is the only thing that's green. What's happening with Atom? The same thing happening in Bitcoin. The only thing you guys want to know is what's happening with Bitcoin. Always what's happening with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin right now is, you know, leading the race, and everything follows Bitcoin. Snoop Dogg, Elon Dog, yeah. And the markets are looking terrible, guys. The markets are looking terrible. This is the daily chart of Dow Jones Index. You can see here. On Friday, we dumped big time below the support down here. Right now, we're continuing on the downside. The Norwegian market is already down like 2-3% or something like that. Weekly time frame is even worse. We got this rocket candlestick towards downside, which is extremely bad. you go up and then you increase speed. I think this candle should be rocket candle towards downside. These are very bearish candles. The upside of this candle is you know, upside. You start going down and then you rocket towards upside with very little shadow on the bottom side or upside. This a rocket towards downside, so this I'm thinking it's gonna go down. Now the big stock market dump is not yet in. I think it's gonna come you know, below 32,000 down here, give or take 32, 33,000 down here, below this level, because it needs to break this support level down here. Once it breaks this support level, I think, you know, we're gonna see a bigger moves towards downside in the stock market. But right now the move is definitely down to the support down here as well. This goes also for the S&P 500. As soon as we start getting to these levels down here and breaking these levels, that's when the big moves are gonna come, I think. But you know, 2.4% of Bitcoin is 2.4% of Bitcoin. We still got something like you know, how much left is of the day? 16 hours and 19 minutes left for the candle close. So you know, it is still very early. We're gonna see how this unfolds today, how much we go down, how much we don't go down. By the way, guys, we do have emergency live stream. If something big happens, you see Bitcoin go down like 10%, something like that, you want to know what's up, there might be, probably will be, emergency live stream on this channel. We're gonna talk about that, talk about support line, stuff like that. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Thanks everybody for coming. Captain find a way in the chat. That's nice. That's nice. And Kafkas, I'm done. Don't jump, man. Don't jump. Don't jump. Everything will be fine. You know, XRP in 2023 will be fine. You know, they just postponed the case. You know, 1 year ahead of time. So you know, but you know, 1 more year, man. If you hodl this far, you know, you can hodl 1 year in. No problem, man. No problem. It's all good. It's all good, guys. It's all good. That's it, guys. Thanks for stopping by. This is Bitcoin Daily. We're gonna have a live stream later today. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button on the way out. We're gonna keep on watching the dump. At least Telegram and on Twitter as well. So check out the Twitter as well. And hopefully this is gonna, this 37.7 level is gonna hodl. If we get any kind of support down here, I don't see a big dump today. It can happen, but I don't see it right now because first thing first. Certain things need to happen first, and then we can have bigger and bigger dumps. XRP 2023, yeah, XRP 2023. You can see here the Ripple case is going into 2023, so you got that going for you guys. You gotta get that going for you, But eventually it will happen, alright? And that's it, guys. That's it. That's for Bitcoin Daily. Thank you for stopping by. Now, not everything is, doom and gloom. Doom and gloom. So, we might be okay eventually. Okay, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.